obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like on power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
He's got an open man. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, let's take a moment and look at Colorado State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams, and they'll fit right in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. To green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Rams are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
It's complete. The jump plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He'll start the return inside the spot. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Utah State Aggies offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Mace. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught over the middle, it's Thompson. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. If you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Rams with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Bullock. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Rams have it with a 1st and 10.
Because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key to getting that first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. On the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. 2 set of downs after the completion. The throw. It's complete on the right side. There he goes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a scoreline. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the...
And to the end zone. And he walks us in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
It's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team. They look like it right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the Eagles in some time. Heck of a showing by the boys from Hattiesburg. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He's in open space downfield. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a good job. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, you got to get a stop. You got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
Guys, we'll have another peek of this Rams offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bullock. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this this game has gone this guy's way.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended to the 5.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocated. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold that second too long when bad things can really happen. You can tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's open on the right. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. The shotgun, they go to the ground. Nice move there. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Utah State will be forced. The second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man. It's Bullock. Steps away. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
For this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job of executing up front.
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the timing just a hair off.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Got his man downfield. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down. The red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through the tackle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. This Utah State offense has it going. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Aggie! Great job by the back on the option. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time for a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air, it's Bullock. They're working that left side.
Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success, stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. And off from the shotgun. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's well out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. And the Rams, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rams! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. App State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Mountaineers in a statement win if there ever was one. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? It sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Thompson. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3. They put on the heat and they blocked it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our team at Sonny Lubick Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Rams will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They started this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side of the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab deep. There he goes. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Go up top. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down now with a short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Finds his tight end. Gets away from one, finds room. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goal post and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Rams can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the middle. It's Winfield. Still running at the 40. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Colorado State. And the beatdown has ensued.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard. And it doesn't look much different here in the second. They take their first drive in the 3rd quarter, marching down the field to score. There's no
extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
31, Utah State, 7.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start. Breaks into the open. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Completion on the out route. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Aggies look to keep this drive humming. That's a fly. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Off the play fake. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself when the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
The Rams, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown! Fit it in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave it that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down in the red zone? You know
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And that's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Shoots his way for more. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the grab. It's Ellis. Still running at the 35. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Ellis. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just...
Pressure is too much. They get it at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick strike complete. Fighting off the defender. That throwing catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Sweet spin. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Painter. That leaves them with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown is what you're at.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. But you're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in the field.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pick up on the ground there. They'll move the for the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day with this defense.
Picks up the first down, still moving. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, get positive yards.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's ball. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Using the quick game. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Garcia to pass. Gets it out fast. Physical, hard-nosed running, gets it to the 34.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for space. It's Ellis. Turning it on. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room and none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness in this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought